right, we apologize. We're getting a little later of a start than we normally do, a couple minutes later than Raw normally starts on Sunday afternoons. So we're going to make up for it. We're going to cut some commercials maybe so we can just talk more. Because Joe Schmitz from Peak Retirement Planning is in again for Boots, who can always talk with Joe. He's a great guy. He's so well-rounded about everything, not just because he hates taxes, right, Joe?
I do hate taxes, but I tell you what, Mindy, it's pretty fun to be able to co-host radio with you. I mean, I look back before I started this with you. I would have never imagined I would be co-hosting a radio show.
You actually get to co-host, right?
Here we are.
Yeah. Boots is off. This was not planned, but a friend of his wife, who's obviously a friend of his as well, unexpectedly passed away. So Boots is there at the service, the calling hours. And, you know, it's been a heavy week. If you look at everything that happened with the airline crashes, just devastating. You know, there was just another, I think it was a United Airlines that just caught fire in Houston today. So something crazy is going on. And
is that why you're driving to Florida?
We're driving to North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
In 2 weeks, we fly to Florida.
Okay,
and in fact, we fly on the way to Florida and the way back. We have stops at Reagan National Airport. You know, that's going to be so weird to actually fly in there because I'm sure that's all we'll be thinking about is that crash site. Mm-hmm. You know, anyone listening right now, are you a little leery to fly? Do you have tickets and there's no way around it? You're heading to the skies. But if you look at the big picture, there's so many more car accidents.
I think you said that
crashes.
when we were flying a couple weeks ago. You said, we were talking about like private flying and all of that. And you're like, well, it's probably safer than driving. You remember when we were talking about that?
Yeah. I think the thing that makes people a little more leery is when you're driving in a car, you're driving the car. So you feel like you have more control.
Yeah.
Whether you're a good driver or not, you're still the one behind the wheel.
Well, Mindy, that's why you and I are going to become pilots. So we're going to fly all across the country, and we're going to be able to do it very efficiently and effectively.
The way I drive a car, people definitely don't want me up in the sky. That's for sure. But you're kind of considering it. You're thinking about getting your pilot license. You hear about these crashes, though. Does it make you a little more leery?
No. I mean, I think there's dangers everywhere in this life, and I'm just glad my parents didn't raise me to walk around in bubble wrap and be worried about everything, right? I think you have to have a little bit of, can't be scared of everything, and so you just gotta live life and obviously being aware of things. But yeah, nothing worries me. But I'd love to get my pilot's license. Just the effectiveness of, I've got a friend who's a pilot. I mean, you just roll right in to the airport, you get out of your car, you hop in the plane, and you head off. And they've got people that you have everything, situated. I mean, sometimes we'll even park your car for you. So just easy, saves a lot of time, and obviously, it can be more expensive. But if you do it, get a plane that's not as nice and or just a prop plane, and it can be a lot more effective and almost cost the same as airline tickets. So it's a consideration, but you got to go through a lot of the training to do so, and just finding the time to do that would be what I would need to do. But I have some friends that do it, and they love it. So maybe some of the listeners will know about it. Or
is it easy to get your pilot license? If anyone's out there listening, if you've ever done that or if you've known anyone to do that. And what about, you can always call us up to let us know if you're leery about flying right now, or do you still look at the big picture and you look at the number of plane accidents compared to car accidents? It's not really even a comparison. Yeah. Of course, we're going to get more and more answers. The investigation is on, as they would say.
Yeah, and I'll tell you the other thing about, because people too argue about flying can take just as long as driving to some places, right? You're being here in the Midwest in Ohio, I mean, you can drive to a lot of places, not too much time. But I actually have TSA pre-check.
Yeah.
And that's like a lifesaver. So, if anyone's flies quite a bit, I'd say it's worthwhile. It's very easy to do. You just have to file some things. And
does it cost more money?
It's not that much, no. I mean, you just have to pay like a filing fee for it.
So it just gets you priority seating, priority?
Not anything priority seating, but it just gets you into the airport quickly. So, they have the long line, and then they have TSA where there's only like two or three people.
Yeah. Okay.
And so you just literally walk in. You don't have to take off your shoes. Like I show up to the airport, 40 minutes before I fly.
I know you do. You showed up to this show today about 5 minutes before we went on the air. I'm thinking, Joe, as organized and dedicated and driven as you are with everything, especially with Peak Retirement Planning, I'm like, where are you, dude? You're like me on my time. Randy's the complete opposite. Randy and Cammy have to be on time, if not early. Kylan and I are like, yeah, we're good. We're good. So now I can see how people feel when
I like to be efficient with my time.
I guess so. You probably did like 10 million things before coming to the studio today.
Oh, I did actually. I always get a lot of stuff done when I have short time blocks and just, get it done. So.
Talk about getting it done. President Trump continues to waste no time as far as making change, creating change. He's making a lot of people so happy, and he's making, of course, other people so upset. But there will always be people who despise President Trump so much that no matter what he does, they're going to complain about it relentlessly. But the big picture, this is nothing that he's doing should surprise anybody because he's talked about this and he mentioned it over and over again while he was campaigning.
And here we are.
A lot of federal workers are upset because they're going to have to go back to the office.
And I can give some perspective on just work remote and work from home. I mean, at our firm, we don't do work remote. I mean, we'll give it like 1 day a week just to have deep work done. But there's a huge production when you get people in office and doing that. I know not everyone loves it. It's 5 days extreme probably, but there's a reason why he's doing it. He's looking at data, he's looking at results, and that's probably what's going to help everything. And so I would trust the decision. It just may not be what people like.
And things are going to take time. You're seeing a lot of people saying, when are these prices going to come down? He just got into office. But if you notice the gas prices, gas prices are already lower. It was like $2.70 something for gas.
Mindy's excited with the long drive coming up.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because a lot of changes are happening.
What are you going to do with all that savings on the gas?
What am I going to do with my emotions for the next couple months? Cammy begins her senior season as an Ohio State softball player, and I just can't believe it. I can't believe it has come to this. Literally, they start this coming week, Joe. And I know you've played in college and you played in high school in those years when it was your senior year. Do you just take it all in? Did your parents take it all in? I tell you what,
the senior year for me was, it's just
like... You talking high school or college?
College.
Who's a basketball player?
Leave it all out there. I mean, you got nothing to hold back, and it's just like, that was my mindset going to every practice, every game was just like, I'm not going to have a lot of these left. I'm just going to give it everything I got. And it was just a freeing feeling.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure Cammy will feel that. But I didn't have a chance to play after school. But Cammy, obviously will if she
might.
desires.
I don't know.
So,
it just depends. But you know what? You don't look at it that way. You look at it, this is it. This is your last time as a Buckeye.
Give it all you got.
And, she's had such a following. All the little girls in the families, just it means so much. So much to her. And when she steps up to that plate, to face any pitcher, whether it's in the Big Ten, the SEC, any pitcher at all. She wants to do well for herself, but she knows that there's so many little girls watching. She really wants to perform well for all of them.
Yeah.
Forget her mom and dad.
And none of them are the number one fan as much as you, Mindy, right? No one's going to yell at her as much as you are.
Oh, my gosh. We live
behind the
and
home plate there.
On every pitch, that's for sure. But we're going to talk more about what Trump is doing. Groundhog Day, did you see the results? And we have giveaways, guys. Brenz Pizza is coming in. They're going to give away pizza.
We'll give away
pizza
some books
gift
too,
cards.
Mindy.
We can give away books.
The best thing that could ever get is a book, right?
And you want to look good for Valentine's Day. So we're going to give away a $100 gift certificate to the best place in town. It's called Style, Salon, and Spa. You get $100 to look the best for your honey on Valentine's Day.
Shouldn't you just give that to me with all this,
I'm thinking
all
about
this
it.
Stuff we've been talking about?
Yeah, I'm getting Joe to grow out his hair. So we are live on Boots' Facebook page.
This is a huge transition.
Also on my Facebook page, I shared it. So yeah, we're going to find a new hairstyle for Joe. We're letting it grow out. So we'll be right back with much more, guys. You're listening to Raw on 610 WTVN, always protected by the undefeated, American-made Tattletale. All righty, guys, we are back, and you are listening to Raw. We're talking about a lot of the changes that President Trump has implemented, and a lot of people are right on board because this is exactly what he promised, and some of his supporters are saying, promises made, promises kept. But again, you have those that will despise every single thing that President Trump will do, whether they agree with his policies or not. And a lot of them have to do with going back to work, taking pronouns away, everything like that. Joe Schmitz of Peak Retirement Planning, you've owned your own business for how many years?
So for 4 or 5 years now. Been in the industry for about 10 years now. But owning a business with this stuff, you think about it from a different lens because you think of results and productivity.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're an employee, you don't think about that stuff as much. And so I can see why people get upset about this, but I mean, it's going to read the results is what the stats show. And I've done a lot of research on that, and I can feel that within our culture, too, at work when people are not in the office versus when they are. Collaboration just goes up. people feel more warm and welcome. You can have more of the cooler talks that are just so important to building trust. I mean, when you get on someone at work and you never see them, I mean, you can't connect with them. And so when you can get on someone and critique them and love on them from a, critical conversation, and then have a conversation about their family, it goes over a lot more smoother than just
100%
being virtual.
Totally agree with you. I want to read you something that Byron Donalds put out there. He's, of course, U.S. Congressman. This is what he tweeted out before. He put, you pay the rent for federal buildings. You pay the light bill for federal buildings. You pay the heating bill for federal buildings. You pay the insurance bill. You pay the maintenance bill. All of these for federal buildings. Yet, federal bureaucrats refuse to show up for work. Then he put, COVID is over. If you want to get paid, show up for work. Stop wasting our money. It's that simple. Do you agree with that?
I do agree with it. Now, let me preface this, too, by the fact that we have a ton of clients who are federal employees. It's actually one of our niches that we focus on is people with pensions. And so, we have people all across the country. Our YouTube video, actually, Mindy, we've been talking about it. Over the last, 2 months, we've had over 50 people reach out to us consistently each week wanting to schedule with us all across the country. And so people can look at that if they have a pension for more educational content. But, through that, it's a lot of federal employees. And I know they're not happy with this at all because, again, that's what they want. A lot of people join and work for the federal government because of the stability, the benefits, the work-life balance, the time off, all the holidays off. And, obviously this is not something that helps with that. So I understand their side of it. But if we're thinking about from a business standpoint, I also understand that as well.
And before COVID, most people went to work.
Yeah.
They went to the workplace.
This would have been normal, right?
Right.
Now, I've got a federal employee. So my mom's actually a retired federal employee as well. And actually the deputy commander at DSCC, Defense Supply Center Columbus, is a mentor of mine. We get together every month and talk leadership. And my aunt was a retired CSRS from DSCC as well. So, very connected there. But, my mom worked remote and she absolutely loved it. And, that was something that was important to her. But, again, does that mean, and she'll argue me on this, this is probably one of the only things me and my mom won't agree on, is that the fact that she feels that working remote can be overly productive. And for her, I believe that full-heartedly. For everyone else, I don't know. But I do believe some people can do it very effectively.
There was a study done with so many people working from home during COVID, and they said alcoholism increased.
Oh, I'm sure.
Mental health problems and issues increased.
Got to have a social.
For me, 100%.
Well,
I am a people person. I definitely would need to be in the office no matter what.
I thought you were extremely introverted, Mindy. I'm shocked.
But anyway, those are the changes being implemented, and we'll see how it goes. And we'll see how the whole tariff situation goes with Canada. Again, you're seeing so much. But you know what? Be patient and let it all play out. Let it all play out. You got to remember, Donald Trump, before he became a politician, which I still don't even think of him as a politician, he's a businessman, and he loves the United States of America. I believe in my heart that he is going to do what's best for our country. Yeah. Let it play out.
And another thought there, Mindy, we were just talking about the whole thing about working remote can bring you down. I mean, it's the same thing with retirement that we see with a lot of people we work with, is when they retire, they almost have a loss of purpose, that social connection, that's something to get up to every day. It's a real problem that people don't really think about. And so we always tell people, hey, no problem going to retire. Just make sure you have a plan about what's your lifestyle going to look like. How are you going to still be fulfilled within retirement? And so a lot of people only look at the financial side of, hey, do I have enough to retire?
Right.
But do you really even want to retire? Do you enjoy what you do? And
right. Do you want to stay busy for your own mentality?
You'll never retire. You'll always
exactly.
work.
I'll do something.
Always work. You'll never sit still.
If I have to own a little business, something, I will always have to be doing something.
Media host for peak retirement? I mean, you're never going to. Well, actually,
exactly.
Hold on. You may have to retire because Cammy's going to come in and take your spot. So.
Yeah, but you said I could work for you in the reception hall, just meet and greet people when you walk into peak retirement planning. Hey, welcome. Can I get you some water? How's that? Will that work? Am I hired?
We're just waiting for you to accept the offer, Mindy.
Okay, so Valentine's Day is almost here. February goes by so fast because there's only 28 days, unless it's leap year. But you want to look your best for Valentine's Day. That includes hair. That includes nails. What about a massage? This place, Style Salon and Spa, also has a couples massage availability.
You and Randy doing that?
Actually, I think Cammy
you said
and I
you
are
don't
going to
do
go
massages.
sometime.
You and Cammy, not Randy.
Yeah, we're gonna... So anyway, call in in this next segment because you can win. Style Salon and Spa is going to give you, because it's the beginning of February and we love our listeners and they love you too. They're going to give you a $100 gift card. So listen to the next segment. We're going to talk to them and we're going to get you looking good for Valentine's Day, all right? You are listening to Raw right here on 610 WTVN, always protected by Tattletale. Boots is out again today. Joe Schmitz is in with Peak Retirement Planning, and I'm so proud of Joe because for the first time in his life, he's like growing out his hair, which is a big step for you. You even had to buy like hair gel, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, if I don't, it'll look like a mess. So Mindy's persuaded me, and I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. We'll find out here soon.
Style Salon.
Should I listen to Mindy? That's a good question.
No, we're going to listen to the next person who we're going to talk to. Style Salon and Spa. Style is spelled Stile. Please look up this place. It is unbelievable. They have everything. They're right there in Easton, so it's easy in, easy out. And they are giving you guys away today a $100 gift certificate. All you have to do is call in and win and let us know what you need. Do you want a hair? Do you want a new look for Valentine's Day? That's what we're doing for Joe. We don't know if he has a Valentine yet, but we're going to make him look good for Valentine's Day. Or they have couple massages. You can get your nails done, pedicures. They have it all. Reagan, you are joining us now from Style Salon and Spa. I don't know if you know what Joe Schmitz looks like, but just consider yourself.
Imagine the best looking guy in the world that you can think of, right?
But very like all American. He's had the same haircut look forever. And he's going to try to change.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not change too much. Let's not get too excited.
How often do you see that, though, at Style Salon and Spa, where people come in when they want a whole new look and they tell you guys, you know what, do whatever you want to do?
You know, Mindy, I find that we see it a lot more with the men that come in, actually. I mean, when we have our color appointments for females, yeah, that's a big change, always too. But it's usually the men that want to switch up their haircut drastically. So, I mean, we're well versed in it.
You are, and you guys have everything there. Joe's never walked through your doors. I'm going to try to get him through the doors. You guys can give him the golden red carpet treatment. But what all do you have there for people who are listening right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have, like you said, we offer hair, nails, skin, and then massages. So our hair services can be anywhere from blowouts to full color appointments. We do extensions, Brazilian straightening treatments, keratin treatments, anything you can think of, bridal updos even. So we do a lot of hair services. As far as nails go, we do anything from, kids 8 and under for their princess manicure and pedicure. So it makes for a fun mommy-daughter day if you need.
Kids 8 and under. Reagan, that's crazy to me. If my daughter would have come to me at 8 years old and said she wanted a manicure, I'd be like, all right, come here, I'll do it.
Kidding. You didn't give her a phone until she's in college.
Right.
They're coming in and they're picking the sparkly polishes and want stickers put on, and they're all just so excited every time that they come in there. So it's really fun to see from at the front desk perspective as well.
Reagan, you also said something. We said a Brazilian straightening. What is that?
So it's essentially a treatment, and it allows for the client to not have to touch their hair with a straightener or any heat tools for, I think we have clients that go about 3 or 4 months in between these appointments. So it just kind of depends on the hair texture and density and everything. But, yeah, it's a long-term solution for people that put drastic heat on their hair all the time. It's a great solution for that.
Oh, my gosh, that's a great idea. Joe, you probably can't imagine. But if you think of, let's say, a girl with long hair who's always blow-drying it, using curling iron, using the flat iron, that can really damage your hair day in and day out. Can it, Reagan?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You have a question for Reagan? You're looking at me like
Here's a good one.
Here's a good one for you, Reagan.
I'm just soaking it all in. What percentage do you work with males, females? What's the percentage of each? What's your guys' specialty there?
In terms of specialty for clients?
Yeah, just in general.
Yeah, I feel like we see a lot of females on our hair side because it's all the color appointments and everything like that. But we do have a decent sized male clientele as well. We have 2 male stylists as well. So I feel like that's always a plus side for people, especially gentlemen that are coming in and want a haircut and, want it to be done by a male stylist as well because they are familiar with their own hair texture and the process for that. But then also our female stylists are also very well versed in men's cuts as well. So definitely a large male clientele as well. But I feel like primarily on the hair side we see female clients a lot.
I tell you what, I took my husband to get his first ever pedicure. Hook,
Oh, how
line,
was that?
sinker. And he's got, I know he's listening right now because he's driving up to one of his teammates and best friends from college. His father passed away, so he's going to go and surprise them, the family, at the viewing at the calling hours. So I know he's listening right now, but his toes, probably the worst, ugliest feet I've ever seen in my life. But when he got his first pedicure, he thought it was like heaven because he's never had anybody touch his feet like that.
I can see him liking it.
Oh, yeah. So I'm sure when they come in and get
there,
there, Reagan, they're like hook, line, sinker. They want them again and again.
Oh, yeah. We have quite a few male clients that are regulars for pedicures and even manicures, you know.
And
I feel like
facials.
a lot don't prioritize their cuticle care and their nail care, and then they come get it done, and they're like, wow, I've been neglecting this my whole life, and now I'm not going to anymore. So it's always fun to see them come in, too.
Well, I know Kelly Douglas very well, the owner of Style Salon and Spa, and I know how giving she is to this entire community, and she loves to get new clients. She loves when people walk through the door at Style Salon and Spa. So she is giving away a $100 gift certificate for anyone on the line right now. We're looking up the first number I see. The first name is Carol. Carol, join us online. Tell us what you need to get ready for Valentine's Day. First of all, do you have a Valentine, Carol?
No, my Valentine passed away.
Aw, well, we still want you to look good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm in desperate need of a haircut style.
Reagan, what do you
Absolutely.
think?
Oh, absolutely. I think we're going to be a great fit. You just let us know what day and time works best for you, and we'll get that squared away for you, Carol.
Okay, great.
Carol,
Thank you so much.
so glad you were listening. So glad you called.
Me too.
You're going to talk to our producers. You're going to give her your name, your email, and your phone number, and then we will get you in touch with Style Salon and Spa. And they're right there at Easton. The parking's super easy for you. Oh, my gosh, I'm excited for you. You have to let us know what you think after your experience, okay?
I will, and I'll have her take a picture and email it to you. How's
Please
that?
do.
Oh, we absolutely will be doing that.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thanks, Carol.
Thank you guys so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. Reagan, when you have new people come in and they walk out feeling so great about themselves, what's that like for you guys at Style Salon and Spa?
Oh, I think for me personally, it kind of like melts my heart. I can like literally feel my heart smiling as soon as, they come up to the desk and they're checking in and we're asking what their experience was like, how they're feeling about how their service was and everything. And all of our providers have business cards as well. So if you're a first-time client, we'll provide you with the business card, or the stylist will provide you with their business card. So that way you have easy access to remembering who you saw when you first came in. You have our phone number, our address, and all the things to make it as easy as possible to get you back in the door. But overall, it is such a heartwarming feeling knowing that, the service that they were provided with was completely fulfilled and they're completely satisfied with what they received.
And they have a couples massage. You can do a couples massage there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I got one more
yeah.
question for Reagan, though. And this is
Okay,
just
what's that?
asking for a friend.
Right.
Should someone take advice from Mindy on styling or take advice from you and your team?
You can be honest, Reagan.
I don't know.
You can be honest. That's okay.
I work the front desk, but I think if this was our stylist on the line, I'd definitely take our stylist's advice. They're incredibly knowledgeable on what they do.
I would too. All right, Reagan from Style Salon and Spa. You guys, please look them up and give them a shot. I promise you will go there and you'll be thanking us. You'll be like, oh my gosh, that was the best haircut of. Honestly, Cammy and I just went there. It's the best our hair's looked in eons, years. She had to do it for Media
the
Day.
pictures of y'all look incredible.
Yeah, well, you guys do a great job. Hey, thanks for making Carol a very happy person before Valentine's Day. And yeah, take a picture and send us our way, okay?
Absolutely. We will be sure to do that, Mindy.
All right, thanks, Reagan. You were great. Style Salon and Spa, Style spelled S-T-I-L-E. Check them out, folks. We're going to give away another $100 gift certificate from Style Salon and Spa in the What Matters show. But right now, we're going to take a break. When we come back, though, Vance is coming up next. You're listening to Raw on 610 WTVN, protected by Tattletale. Oh my gosh, you guys, I know if you're listening on the radio right now on 610 WTVN, please look at our Facebook page. It's at Dan Boots Longinette, also Raw, also my Facebook page, which we shared it to. I want you to see what we're talking about right now. Brenz Pizza, B-R-E-N-Z. Always remember that because Z Pizza, Brenz Pizza, it is by far the best pizza in town. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
My mouth is full still.
So Vinny
was
walks
good.
in here from Bren's with loads of pizza and other stuff, wings and things, because people are having Super Bowl parties.
Oh, yeah. It's pizza time of the year. One of
It
the
is
best.
really, isn't it? I read a stat that more people will eat on that one day than any other holiday aside from Thanksgiving.
I believe it. I do personally. So
Really?
So I believe that. I mean, we have a list of pizza holidays that we look at, like special days you wouldn't expect, or some days that you wouldn't. And pizza, no matter what, it's going to be good every week in, week out. The Super Bowl, that's just another example. I mean, it's just going to blow up no matter what. And if you can keep up with that and you can provide that service, then people are going to come back. So it's a fun time of the year right now.
So Joe was a little worried because he's like a health nut. He's like eats nothing but healthy. But you have salads too at Bren's.
Oh, we have amazing salads. And Joe, I get it. I try to consider myself somewhat healthy too. I got to keep up with it because I'm working here so much. It's hard not to dig into the pizza. But I mean, when you talk about quality ingredients and what we do to make sure you're not eating things that you don't want in your body, we go that extra mile to make sure. And when we partner with athletes like Cammy, I feel confident that we're fueling these athletes, we're fueling each other with stuff that I would want in my body because we take time to.
I mean, I was just in Rome this past summer, and something
Nice.
that stuck out to me was just the pasta and pizza is just so fresh. Everything is fresh ingredients, and so I mean, I just had a couple bites of this, but it definitely feels a lot more fresh than the majority of pizza places that you'll eat at around town. So
Absolutely.
I'm interested to see how I'll feel afterwards, but I don't think it will be as bad as what most pizzas are. So it kind of shocks my system anytime I have stuff like this. So
Oh yeah.
Shocks
I
his
understand.
system, not me. Load it up. Load up the pizza.
I understand. Pizza's kind of one of those cheat meals, but I mean, when it's that good and when the quality's there, I think it's an easy cheat meal. You
yeah,
don't
but
have to
just the
feel guilty about it.
ingredients. I mean, the ingredients were very fresh. Everything is very well cooked. I'm very impressed so far. I'm 2 slices in so far, and I'll have a few more. So
Well, we'll keep coming back because we have a lot of specialty pizzas, and our kitchen staff does a good job of making sure that's consistent.
So I'm going to show the pizzas while you quickly talk about the ones you brought in. Start with the first one, this pesto one, because you guys, if you are having a Super Bowl party or if you just want dinner tonight, you will thank us if you go to Bren's Pizza. All right, I'm going to get off the microphone so you can interview Vinny, and I'll show it, okay?
all right, so. Vinny, what is your favorite pizza there at Bren's? I mean, let me give you yours. So, like, one thing I do whenever I go to restaurants, I always ask the server, what should I get? Sometimes they'll give their opinion. Other times they'll give the most popular. And so I'd love to hear what each of those are for you.
Okay, well, I brought the most popular one last time I was on. That was the Heritage Honey one, and that one I love. That's
Actual honey on it?
Oh, it's the hot honey. You ever tried that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, it's fantastic. So it's a red sauce, pepperoni, sliced sausage, regatta cheese, basil, Parmesan cheese, and then finish with the hot honey sauce.
Interesting.
And that'll knock your socks off. I think you should have to try that one next. I would have brought that, but I brought that one for her last time. This one we're looking at is our new one, our Tuscan pesto one. This one is fantastic and fresh. That one starts with a spinach artichoke sauce, and then we have onions, we have a basil and pesto drizzle on top, and fresh mozzarella cheese. It is fantastic.
It felt like a lighter option, too.
Yeah, it is a lighter option. That one's.
I love it. This is my new fave.
Yeah, it's fantastic. That one might have to stick long term. That one might have to stay around.
All right, let's go to this one.
This one's the chicken bacon ranch, a staple, a classic. You got to have a good chicken bacon ranch no matter what.
Chicken bacon ranch.
Chicken bacon ranch, and we do the ranch base, and then we throw tomatoes and jalapenos on there to give it just a little extra flavor on there, which I think is fantastic. But you can't go wrong with the chicken bacon ranch. Someone at the party will want a chicken bacon ranch. I'll tell you that right now.
You got to have variety, and that's what I'm impressed by with what you brought in today. It's just it's every taste, every piece you have is going to be a different taste.
And if you go to our menu, you'll see that we try to have as much variety as we possibly can, and we're always looking for a new style or a new concept. This is our rustic. This has been a house favorite for a long time. Red sauce, caramelized onions, roasted red peppers, pepperoni, sausage, extra cheese. I mean, that's as good as it gets.
You got a missing spot there, a missing piece.
Yeah,
Joe, is this the one you tried?
Yeah, I'm guilty. So
What'd you
very,
think of it, honestly?
very good taste.
Yeah.
Just the way that everything blends together, it's very well. And the meat, the pepperonis, I tasted right away. So very high quality meat there. So it's always good when the pepperonis curl up.
Yeah,
that's when you know you have a good
old
pizza.
pepperoni. That's fantastic. That's what we go
And
for.
people, when you have Super Bowl parties, they think of what? Wings.
Oh yeah.
And they have such good wings. That's what people tell me. I'm a vegetarian. But we're going to show some of the wings that you brought.
And they're healthier too, right?
They
Not,
are.
They're
That's
not
what
fried.
I say. Yeah, we don't fry them. They go right through our pizza oven. We cook them, and that's why I eat them almost every day. I mean, They're big. They're jumbo wings, we call them. And then we have a bunch of flavors. We have a barbecue, a sweet heat with some of that hot honey in there, mild, hot, whatever you want. And we can, we cook them up nicely. I eat those almost every single day, and I think at a party, Super Bowl party, those won't sit off for too long.
No, you could eat wings all day.
And we've got some exciting things for the Super Bowl coming up, especially. Is that the Cinnazos? Yeah, that's a go-to dessert.
Cinnabrenz.
The Cinnabrenz. We have a bunch of desserts now with those, and the cookies, our rotating cookies, are just fantastic. I'll have to
dip these in the icing, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
You would stay away from it because he's so healthy, but you dip these little Cinnabrenz, little dough things in this icing.
Yeah.
Hands down, this is Cameron's favorite.
My team will be happy that I got to experience this because we'll definitely hit you guys up to do some catering. We always cater in lunch on Monday when our whole team's in, and so we'll have you guys send out some pizzas there. And,
absolutely.
And the team will love it.
Yeah,
we
love catering. That's what we try to promote the most because, it's hard to get good quality pizza when you want it in such large portions and consistent,
And as Minnie knows, we don't typically do pizzas, but I think I'm going to have to make an exception for this one here.
Yeah, you can do salads, wings, pizzas. So you do have some stuff going on for the Super Bowl for Brenz Pizza?
We do have a little promotion, obviously. So our special right now, if you use the code SB25, Super Bowl 25, if you order before Thursday at midnight, you can get 20% off if you pre-order. If you order between that Thursday midnight and then Saturday at midnight, I'm sorry, did I say 20% off for the first one and then 10% if you order between Thursday and Saturday?
I thought you said 70% off.
Yeah, 100% off. Now,
that might be selective here.
Yeah.
What you
better say it one more time. Get it right, Vinny. Go ahead. Give us their promotion.
If you pre-order before Thursday, this week, Thursday at midnight, you can get 20% off with the code SB25. If you miss that, it's okay, because if you get it again between Thursday at midnight and Saturday at midnight, we'll give you still 10% off.
Okay. So order before Thursday night, SB Super Bowl
there we go.
25, Brenz Pizza. It is by far the best pizza. I mean, it's just so fresh, and I love the black boxes. Mm-hmm. When you order a pizza, I think they're sharp looking.
Yeah, it is sharp. It is,
I really do.
So
all right, we're going to come back. We're going to talk more with Vinny and Joe about Brenz and so Joe has peak retirement planning, just the difference with when you have a business, how you want it to grow, and marketing and all that. But, folks, we're giving away a $50 gift certificate to Bren. So if you're hosting a Super Bowl party, or if you just want a really good pizza or wings or Cinnabrenz, you get to win $50. So call us up at 614-821-9886, 614-821-9886. Tell us your favorite pizza of all time. If you go to order pizza, what is your favorite? Or if you could create and make your own, come up with your own pizza, what ingredients would you have? 614-821-9886, and you win $50 gift certificate to Brenz Pizza. We'll be right back. All right, we are back on the air. We're talking with Brenz and peak retirement planning. It's so funny because I introduced Joe with Vinny, and these guys are like new best friends, and I've never seen Joe eat so much. He must love your pizza, Vinny.
This guy's impressive.
What's the deal?
Vinny's impressive. Good marketing guy here.
So he knows what he's doing.
He does know what he's doing, and you guys hit it off right away. But the good thing is he treats his company, his people at Peak Retirement Planning to lunch every Monday. So now he's got a new connection with Brenz.
Pizza brings people together, like I say all the time. And, I mean, you're treating people with some quality pizza. I mean, that's what we try to promote. If you want to host somebody to a pizza party, you want it to be good pizza.
Yeah, you don't want the cheap pizza, Little Caesar. That's not going to go anywhere.
But this stuff is great. Before we get to the winner, because we're giving away a $50 gift card or gift certificate to Brenz in case you're hosting a Super Bowl party next week, or you just want really good pizza or salad or wings or those cinnamon desserts or cookies. They have it all. Before we get to the winner, I want to ask you both why you're so involved in the community, because people like to support companies that give back. So, Vinny, let's start with you with Brenz.
I think it's kind of a no-brainer. When you want to work in a community, when you want to be successful in a community, you have to be involved because they see it in the service that you do. If you're kind of just there for the money and that's it, it's reflected in the kind of interactions that you have and the kind of, service that you put out. When you can get more involved with the community, not only do you build those relationships with individuals that you're serving all the time, but you show your support, and that comes back to the way that people talk about you, people promote you. It's a win-win, and you have to be active in that community if you want to succeed.
Yeah, just high character, right? I mean, how you do anything is how you do everything.
Yep.
And for us, we do between Dayton and Columbus, we'll do over 250 workshops in the community, just educational, no cost for people to attend, and just get further information on retirement planning. And I mean, we do it to give back, and it's a huge part of who we are. But I mean, a lot of business leads from that stuff too, because people want to work with people doing the right thing and lead with a servant's heart, who are there to educate and add value before they just say, "Hey, come on in and move forward with us," and I'm going to pressure you to move. Like, nobody likes that. So when they can see who you are and what you're all about, it certainly connects you better with people, certainly. But it's always got to be, first and foremost, people can see through that if it's not a servant's heart, right? If you're just doing it for business, it's not going to go well.
It's got to mean well. It's that sincerity.
Oh yeah,
you got to be sincere.
Integrity too. There's a certain standard, you know, and we always say, you know, you treat others like you want to treat yourself. I tell, you know, my people, every customer that comes in, you know, that makes a difference. How you treat them, and you can make someone's day better no matter what. And regardless, every single item you make, you should be making like that's your mom you're serving, like that's your family member. It doesn't matter who's coming in. There's a standard that needs to be set, and they see that as customers.
Well, the phone lines went crazy back at the 610 WTVN studio because we're giving away a $50 gift certificate to Brenz Pizza. So we got our winner. Mike, it looks like you are our winner. If you could come up and create any pizza with any ingredients on it, what would you make?
I would definitely put red sauce on there. Jalapenos, bacon, sausage, extra pepperoni, and extra cheese, and maybe some of that hot honey that Brenz has.
That sounds good. Sounds
when are you going to
fantastic.
start selling that hot honey in the stores, man?
We've talked about branding it. We've talked about it. People ask that all the time, and I've thought about it because, like you mentioned, I mean, if you could just take that home and use that for other things too, I mean,
that could be a good possibility. You might want to market that. Mike, have you ever been to Brenz before?
I have. I heard about it on this show actually a couple months ago about their wing special on Mondays.
And did you try it?
And I did. The wings were absolutely amazing.
Awesome.
The homemade ranch was definitely a key thing there. But, yeah, I don't remember what wing I got, but definitely really good. Really good.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate that feedback.
Well, guess what, Mike? You're a winner chicken dinner. So all you have to do, you tell our producer which location is closest to you, and they will have a $50 gift certificate waiting with your name on it. Just give her your first and last name. Also, you might as well give her your cell number or email address so we can get you in contact with that. But yeah, just tell her the location you want. We will get you hooked up. Mike, thanks for listening. I'm so glad you won.
Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
No problem. You guys have some new locations coming up, too, because Brenz is growing, Joe.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's exciting. We're looking at, in a couple of weeks, we have a 4th location in Columbus opening. That's going to be in Worthington, which is just up High Street. It's actually just right off High Street, which is awesome. If you know Graceland Shopping Center, big Target, big Kroger, we're right on the corner. So when you're driving north-south or High Street, right on the corner spot, you'll see us black and white lettering. And I'm excited because, you know, as we grow, we, you know, get to grow in the communities, get to feed more people, and it's so much fun for me.
So fun. So you brought in all this pizza and the Cinnabons and the wings for you, Joe. But you brought in the best thing I could have ever received. Tell everybody what you brought me, and I'm going to show it on the Facebook Live.
We've got a very special partner with Brenz, and that is Cammy Quartercracks, one of the best softball players in the country. And she's a Brenz partner, so we made a bobblehead to go right here on the desk for her mother.
Cammy's gonna. Are we allowed to announce what we were just talking about?
With I think that's
so.
That's
She got
okay.
her own pizza coming. And what's the name of this, Mindy?
We're ready. They got to go through all the marketing tools that we thought of. Maybe the Cam Grand Slam Pizza or the Cam Slam Pizza.
We're brainstorming a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to brainstorm a bit.
I've got one, and they say they don't want to do one for Mindy, which I can understand, but I think they should consider that as well. But anyway,
no, we don't want to do it for me.
And Mindy, you know, nicknamed herself this, and I love it. I think it would be a great pizza name. Mindy Drayer, the Dragon Slayer.
Mindy Drayer, the Dragon Slayer. With
we got to find a way to mix that into a pizza name, and that would be a winner.
I'm open to all ideas. I am. But
so, Vinny, can you stick around because we have Rivia coming up, and that way you can be a phone a friend from Brenz, and Joe can be the other phone a friend. You guys are dealing with February facts and figures, fun things. I mean, they are so easy. Easy questions when it deals with this month and holidays and things like that. So if you can stick around to be the phone a friend.
Sure.
All right, so call us up, 614-821-9886, 614-821-9886. We're going from Brenz to Roosters because you get to win Roosters bucks, and Boots always throws in a car wash, a free car wash, and all that, but we need someone to go up against our reigning champion, Mary. So call us up, 614-821-9886. Let's have some fun.
Let's try to remember everyone's names this week too, Mindy.
Yeah, we can try on that. Wendy, Mindy, Cindy, we had all that stuff going on last week. So call us up, guys. We'll be right back. You're listening to Raw on 610 WTVN, always protected by the undefeated Tattletale. All righty, we are celebrating a week before Super Bowl. We're celebrating early with Super Bowl food with Brenz Pizza, wings, Cinnabons. You probably won't try the Cinnabons because you're so health conscious.
I'll try one for the
No,
experience.
you won't because Cammy will kill you. So welcome back to Raw, everybody. We have Mary, who is our reigning champion, going up against Robin. You guys, welcome back to Rivia. Mary, we're going to ask you first. You get to pick. Do you want Joe from Peak Retirement Planning for your photo friend, or do you want Vinny from Brenz Pizza?
How could I lose? I have to pick Joe.
Oh,
You won last week.
That's right.
that is true.
That's
you
a
did.
safe
right,
bet.
man.
I like that.
You couldn't
We're
mess that
undefeated.
up. So that means Robin.
Exactly.
Robin, that means you get Vinny. Robin, tell us a little bit about yourself
Hi.
before we compete.
Hi, I was calling in to get the Bren's gift card, okay? And she said, "Are you talking about doing Rivia?" I'm like, "Sure." I just Googled it, and I know nothing about it. So I'm really excited, though. I love your show. So I'm
We're
here
so
because I love your
glad.
show.
Well, this is fun because this is just our way of doing trivia fun every single Sunday, right about this time. So we call it Rivia because it's trivia on the radio. Rivia. So all you have to do is compete against Mary. You finally figured out why we call it Rivia?
Honestly, yes.
Mary, you are a reigning champion. You get to decide if you want to go first or do you want Robin to go first?
I think I'll go first.
Okay. Then, Robin, you will go second again. Robin, you are paired up with Vinny from Brenz Pizza. And whatever you both do when we get off the show, you do have to look up Brenz Pizza. You will love. Next time you order pizza, go to Brenz. I promise you, you'll thank us for it. Okay. Your first question, Mary, is what shape is represented for the month of February? Is it a star, a heart, or an arrow?
I would say a heart.
Yeah, if you got that one wrong, I was going to have to just say, hang up. We need someone else. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, Mary, 1 point for Mary. Again, if you guys have to use your phone of friends, then you only get a half a point. If you can answer it yourself, you get the full point. Robin, your question is this. Today is Groundhog's Day in Pennsylvania. The groundhog's name is Punxsutawney Phil. What? Oh, no, I just gave you guys the answer. I was going to say today is Groundhog Day in Pennsylvania. The groundhog name is Punxsutawney what?
Phil.
Yep, that's right. That was a freebie. Sorry. Oh, my gosh. All right, 1-1. But, yeah, I'm sure you would have gotten that one anyway. Okay, back to you, Miss Mary. In Ohio, though, the groundhog's name is Buckeye what? Is it Buckeye Chuck, Buckeye Bill, or Buckeye Ben? Because we have our own groundhog that will or will not see its shadow.
I say Chuck.
You are correct. So the score right now is 2-1, even though I kind of helped Robin on that one. But, Robin, you would have known Punxsutawney Phil, right?
I would have, yes.
Okay.
So, yes.
All right, your next question, Robin, is this. If a groundhog sees his shadow, what does it mean?
6 more weeks of winter.
That is correct. We got a tie ball game, folks. All right, Miss Mary, what does it mean if the groundhog does not see its shadow?
You have early spring.
That is true. All right. So the score is 3-2. Robin, you have to get this next one to tie Mary. Here's the deal. On February 3rd, 1959, Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, the Big Bopper, they all died in a plane crash. This song was written because of it. Can you name the song? Go ahead and play it, Chris.
Is it?
It doesn't matter because if you get a 0.5, it's still not going to help her.
Is it the day the music died?
No.
It is. That was exactly what the tone was, but the
That's
name of
not-
it is Bye Bye
Miss
American Pie.
American Pie was the name of it. But you know what, Robin? You were so fun. We can do a rematch next week because that was great. Mary, you won again, so that's 2 wins in a row. Robin, if you want to call back in and compete next week, you were so good and so fun. And both of you still win stuff. So you still are going to get Rooster's Bucks. You don't get as much as the winner.
Oh, thank you.
But you still win.
Okay, that's okay. Thank you.
All right, you guys, thanks for playing. Give your information to our producer. And that was fun.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, see? Rivia is fun.
I like that.
Very
like that.
fun.
I feel bad. I feel like I need to get my music trivia.
I should have done it on pizza too, you know.
We could have done it on pizza. Next time Brenz is back, we'll do a pizza Rivia. So the funny thing is, Joe and I talk so much, and we have so many different little innuendos about things, but he said something today, and I'd never heard this before, but it makes total sense. So we were talking about Randy right now is driving up to the Cleveland area because one of his former and best friends, he was a teammate in college. They played basketball together at the University of Findlay, and he was very close with this guy's family. Well, the father just passed away. So he's going up to the service to kind of surprise them. They weren't expecting Randy to show up, and I'm always like, you know what, Rand, you're doing the right thing. You got to do the hard things in life. And Joe heard us talking about this, and you said what?
Yeah, weddings are optional, but funerals are mandatory. And obviously that makes a ton of sense. I mean, obviously you should try to go to all the weddings, but I mean, it's just like when things are hard, as Mindy's saying, that's when you need to be there the most. But yeah, I mean, it's always tough times, but just remembering them and being there for their family is, you know, very, very meaningful at that time.
It is so important to just show up for people, no matter what they're going through. We just had some devastating news. I graduated from Westerville North in 1986, and one of our classmates, great athlete, if not the best athlete in our class, is going through a really difficult time. And you just, even if you haven't talked to that person in years or months, you still do your best to reach out, to just show up for people. Don't you think that's so important, Vinny?
Absolutely. I can tell you firsthand. I lost a close friend last summer, and it was a difficult time because...
You're so young.
Exactly. And he was one of my best friends, and, you know, when you got a close group, it's like family at that point. And it, you know, really reminded all of us that there are more important things, and that being around each other, checking in on each other, I mean, that's what matters, because you don't know what someone's going through, and we all face our challenges in different ways. So
I do believe, though, anything we go through in life, the difficulties, the adversity, makes us so much stronger.
Oh yeah.
Do you mind us asking what happened to your friend?
He was suffering from some mental health and depression, and you know, I can talk about it now because I advocate for getting that help when you need it. And he didn't seek out help, and he was just going down a difficult path. And you know, dealing with suicide is a very difficult thing because there's so many questions and you don't understand what the person was going through. But you know, we all kind of took it as a lesson that that's what it is. You don't know what somebody's going through, and you have no idea what they're weighing on. So you need to be active in checking on your friends. And when you don't hear from somebody, you know, understand that it's okay to ask them how they're doing, and it's okay for yourself to seek out help too. It's something that we all got to be a little bit more comfortable with.
I'm so sorry that you had to deal with that.
What's your book that your son, Kylan, what is the obstacle is the way we talked about?
Yeah, we were on the car, and Kylan was on the phone, and Joe and I were driving from our photo shoot back in Kansas to the airport, and here you guys agree on that's both of your favorite books.
Yeah, it's a great book if anyone's, you know, even struggling with what we're talking about right now or wants to get more information. I mean, I've always would recommend the Bible first, but then you know, a good second would be Obstacles Away for anyone dealing with an adversity.
Obstacles the Way?
Obstacle is the Way, I believe. It's a Ryan Holiday book.
Obstacle
it's
is
really
the way.
Good perspective of seeing the world.
Oh, I didn't know it was going to get so heavy in here, guys, but it's a great conversation, and that's part of it. You know what? Is to open up and just talk about,
Absolutely.
even if it's difficult topics.
Oh, yeah.
You have to talk to somebody, and even if you want to call us up and talk about it, we're kind of like Frasier, the radio show Frasier. We're always here for anybody. All right, so... we're going to take a break, but we're going to come back and wrap things up with these two awesome men. I'm so glad you guys met. Sometimes there's like fate and destiny, and you bring two companies together that do so much for the community. It's a good thing. We'll be right back, everybody. Hi, everyone. I'm Mindy Drayer.
And I'm Joe Schmitz with Peak Retirement Planning.
You know, when it comes to our money, it really matters, and who we trust matters even more.
And if you're looking for further help, then you can reach out to us at peakretirementplanning.com. and we'll be able to set up a call, or you'll be able to request one of our books to get further information of how you can retire comfortably. So if you're in or near retirement and you've been a diligent saver, we're here to help. Again, that's peakretirementplanning.com.
Building.
Oh my gosh, had so much fun today with you guys. Vinny from Brenz Pizza and Joe from Peak Retirement Planning. You know, when you meet people in life, I don't care if it's in the grocery store, if it's in school or a business associate, it's like you can tell right away if you click with somebody.
That's right.
And I think with you two, you clicked right away.
Yeah, and maybe Mindy, it's because you know that I don't always click with everyone, right?
He's a little more picky, Vinny. He's definitely a little more picky.
I understand. I get it.
He's like a
no,
perfectionist.
I'm not that bad. No, I'm good.
No, you're very good-hearted.
Just an insider's joke there.
And great personality for sure. But I think the exciting thing is, and if anyone's listening, when you want to deal with any business, whether it's pizza, whether it's hair, like we had Style Salon and Spa on the show today, or Peak Retirement Planning, any business at all, when you see growth, you see success. And both you guys are experiencing that. I mean, Brenz is getting ready to open a couple new locations. Joe, what you've done at Peak Retirement Planning to see the additional people just reaching out want your service.
Yeah, I mean,
it's incredible.
I have to pinch myself sometimes. I mean, we have over 50, 60 people every week reaching out to schedule time with our team to
all
work
across the
with us.
country.
Yeah, all across the country, and it's just unbelievable. And it's just, obviously with that becomes more responsibility. And so in my mind, it's an awesome opportunity we have to really transform our industry of doing things the right way. Our industry always doesn't go as deep as, what we do. I mean, having tax prep in-house and estate planning attorney in-house and, being able to do all levels of retirement planning. And so, we're excited to really make an impact bigger than ourselves. And that's why I started the firm, and it's only getting bigger and bigger, which is very exciting.
And I think that when someone wants to be part of a financial group like that, if you can trust them with your money, because that's very hard trust to earn with people, when you see a company grow and so successful, I think that trust is a little easier to earn because you're seeing success.
Yeah, I can tell you our clients, when they first joined us, when it was just me, and then my mom joined and quit her job and helped me join, but people that trusted us back there made a bigger decision than people trusting us now. I mean, it's just a real thing. And also, like, the bigger you have, the more growth you have, the more you can pour into your client service and experience and give them the best possible solution. So I always tell people, starting out, we weren't able to offer what we can offer now, and so it's exciting to be able to offer that full service.
So exciting. And Vinny, to be at your age, you're getting ready to graduate from Ohio State, and you've been part of Brenz how many years?
Feels like, I think it's almost 4 years since I've been up here for school, yeah.
So how fun for you to be a college kid, to be part of something like this and to see it grow.
Oh, it's fantastic. And I've been working in restaurants most of my life, and it's something I've always wanted to grow in. And, this is the first time I've been empowered to do more, and I've tried to take that. And, like you said, it's challenges, but it's opportunities. And if you can see that, with an open mind, it's a lot of fun, especially when you have a passion for what you're selling.
They're so lucky to have him.
I'm 23 and I'm, with this type of organization,
already
with what he knows, his energy. I mean, it's got to be very exciting. I mean, not only for him, but for Brenz to be able to have that personality. I mean, that's awesome. You want those types of people behind your business, and if
surround yourself with quality people. Absolutely, Joe. Whether you're in the business world or your own personal life, just surround yourself with positive, fun, exciting people. It makes such a difference in having a great outlook on life and staying positive. We're almost out of time right here. We have about 30 seconds. Best way to find Brenz Pizza is what, Vinny?
Look us up online or social media. Go to our website, check us out, or BrenzPizzaCo.com. Contact us for catering, whatever you need, we can help you out. But don't forget Super Bowl SB25. Get that early order in, and we'll get you a discount.
Yeah, 20% off. SB25 for Super Bowl 25. And Joe, Peak Retirement Planning?
I think they just reach out to you, Mindy. I think you've sent us more people than anyone in the world.
Because I believe in you guys.
I know so much you working with us, and same with your family, and it's a lot of fun. But they can find us on peakretirementplanning.com. They can schedule time. They can request some free books there. We'll give those books out, whatever, just so people can have more resources as they plan their retirement.
What can we talk about that's better than that? Money and pizza. Guys, thanks for listening. What Matters is coming up next, and we are giving away another $100 gift certificate to Style Salon and Spa. So keep it right here, folks. We'll be right back.